Hey, this is Aaron with BSTracker. I came across this New York Times video talking about how fascism experts are leaving the US. I'm going to run it through AI to look for bias and other types of emotional manipulation. Take everything here with a grain of salt. My goal isn't to tell you what to think, but to help you see what's going on beneath the surface. Remember, bias doesn't always mean something is false, it just affects how the message is framed. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. That being said, I'm going to go down to the transcript, copy and paste the whole thing. I'm going to say, please BS track this video from the New York Times. So we start right off with bias and framing. It was given a 3 out of 10. The video begins with a clear anti-Trump framing, equating his actions with authoritarian and fascist regimes. Language such as massive purge, punished for my words, and comparisons to 1933 Germany strongly set an alarmist tone. The subject positions themselves as a prophetic voice warning of catastrophe, framing opposing views as naive or dangerous. Emotional manipulation is 2 out of 10. Heavy use of fear, anxiety, and despair, paralysis into society, deliberate act of terror, and references to sadism and cruelty, clips of yelling, ASMR-style deportation, and terms like no bottom are designed to provoke emotional unease. The subject's hypothetical about masked men abducting a student evokes personal fear and helplessness to build urgency. Omission of Key Context was given a 4 out of 10. Mentions of deportations and visa denials lack exploration of legal justification, broader policy, or opposing explanations. No Trump defense is included, nor are neutral institutional responses or academic counterpoints. Critical moments, for example, President Trump did not rule out a third term, are included without clarifying the speculative or rhetorical nature of such claims. Misleading or leading questions was given a 3 out of 10. Is there something I would not do? And is this okay? Are rhetorical and lead viewers toward moral panic. Questions like, would I scream? Serve more as dramatizations than inquiries. The analogy of checks and balances to the Titanic primes viewers to reject legal norms as illusions. Intentional dishonesty was given a 5 out of 10. The core narrative is based on personal interpretation, not provable falsehoods. However, framing normal immigration enforcement or political rhetoric as terror or cruelty stretches interpretation towards exaggeration. The video leaves room for plausible deniability through subjective language, but still risks misleading framing. Rhetorical integrity was given a 4 out of 10. Heavy reliance on metaphors, foreign language terms like proizvol and prodesnost, I probably pronounced that wrong, and philosophical extrapolations dilutes direct evidence. The repeated elevation of the narrator's own role as a Cassandra figure undermines neutrality. Opposing views are not acknowledged. The narrative assumes agreement or passivity is morally wrong. The source transparency was given a 5 out of 10. Quotes and events are cited. Experts say, critics are calling, but no sources are directly linked or shown. Terms like students deported and White House released ASMR video are emotionally charged but not clearly cited for verification. The reliance on anecdotal framing and scattered quotes undermines transparent evidence presentation. The use of evidence was given a 5 out of 10. Some concrete examples, for example, student deportation, Poland media example, are referenced, but most are anecdotal or metaphorical. There is no statistical analysis or peer-reviewed sources to support systemic claims. Historical comparisons are invoked without delineating differences in era, policy, or constitutional structure. The straw man risk was given a 6 out of 10. Opposing beliefs, for example, faith in checks and balances, belief in freedom, are portrayed as dangerously naive. The narrator does not directly address or represent pro-Trump rationales, instead suggesting silence equals complicity. However, the focus is on warning and mobilization rather than directly attacking a specific rebuttal. The terminology exaggeration is a 2 out of 10. The term fascism is central, with comparisons to Nazi Germany and use of authoritarianism. Final solution, terror. The invocation of Morrison's quote and Holocaust analogies dangerously heightens language to existential extremes. Statements like, there is no bottom, imply perpetual, unstoppable collapse. The overall argument honesty rating is a 3.9 out of 10. The video is emotionally compelling and well produced, but highly alarmist in tone. It uses rhetorical devices, historical analogies, and selective evidence to frame a dire warning. It lacks balanced context, verification, and any countervailing viewpoints. If you have any questions or comments about the video, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoy this kind of content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.